was, and you'd found, well, why he doesn't
We're gonna
give
have
us
to
anything.
restart because I didn't have your audio on when I was recording, so
Great.
I
We just
apologize.
lost all of that important stuff.
Yeah, we lost all the really good stuff we just did over the last 1 minute.
Not even
Uh,
listening.
okay, what's up, YouTube? It's Big Ryan, the Fat Guy. We're just doing a quick channel update. Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Congrats to everyone who won money on that. But yeah, we got an update. We're planning on stopping doing the pick videos for the foreseeable future. For Fat Guy and I'll go over my reasons and then he can go over his. But my reasons personally is just the amount of time that it takes to put them together and the amount of time that we have to schedule along the weekends to be able to do them every weekend is it's just too much for the return that we're getting back on the videos. And none of this is fun, so I'm going to let the Fat Guy take over because he's got way more exciting stuff to talk about.
It's, you know what I mean? He's in the limelight all this time and he's scared again. Well, I'm back here for this video, I guess. We want to thank everyone too, by the way, for coming along this journey. But this journey has, if you've been here since the beginning, it went from thinking about a certain way, thinking a certain way about sports to like, you can kind of hear in my video, my contributions to the videos that it's more pessimistic, right? And that's because I've learned so much about the market and how to bet sports, and sports has been a big part of my life, we'll call it. A lot of how my family operates is based on how I perform in the sports betting sphere, and that's changed. It changed from main markets. It's very, very difficult. But a big reason why we're not making these videos anymore, at least the pick videos, um, they don't have any staying power, and we have to schedule our lives around it. And the opportunity cost is too high for both of us. I know that sounds kind of like a cop out, but it is the honest truth. And wouldn't you rather that? And that's the other thing too. Speaking of honest truth, is that's a lot of why I guess I've kind of been lame duck on the pick videos. Is I don't bet main markets, like very rarely, very, very rarely, and it's like it's hard to get out there every week and try and tell people which or why. None of that stuff really matters. It's baked into the line, and I don't feel it's genuine. I don't feel it's productive, and I don't want to contribute to the fantasy of people winning against the spread. It's possible, but anchoring to things like, this team has a good defense, this team X, Y, and Z. This quarterback is getting revenge. They do this better in the. You could add a multitude of reasons for anything. You could convince yourself of anything, or you could doubt anything. The market is extremely efficient. I'll give you an example. It's Pinnacle. If you compare the results against the spread over, I think it's 7 years, I did it using different variety of no juice methods. It's 0.0019 different if you use called a Breyer score, different from the actual results. And I know this is getting long-winded and stuff like that. Classic Fat Guy. But the point is extremely hard to beat. And I don't want to contribute, neither of us do really, to the fantasy about beating the spread, when in reality we could all just grow in a different area. There's more points of interest to tackle. What do you think, Big Rye?
Well, that like the Fat Guy's hitting it on the head with everything he's saying about the pick videos in particular. So going forward, we're not planning on doing the pick videos, and it's like completely up in the air about what content we're going to create. Are we going to create content? How often we're going to create content? It's really going to come down to what interests us or what's going to have staying power over the long term. And what we mean by that is when we make a pick video on YouTube, it's great for that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe a Wednesday, and then the video essentially dies. So all the work that we put in, it lives for 3 or 4 days, and then it's done. The most successful video on our channel has been what is a money line. I don't know. It's got like 20,000 views, something like that.
Which we haven't even done well, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't a great video. It was just us kind of
Yeah.
branching out, trying different things. But it's been 4 or 5 years since that video's been out, and it's our most successful video by far. So ideally, if we do continue to create content, it's going to be stuff like that we think that might get a little more views, and it's not something that's as like time constrictive on us. Like it's very hard for us to get together schedule time. Like, we both have busy lives, and it just can't be our priority to do BRFG videos like it was when we were a little bit younger. And then the other thing is, like, really, the quality of content should be a lot better, because if we do make a video, it's going to be something that we do care about and we do think has some sort of value to you guys. We're kind of done at the point where it's like, essentially with these pick videos, like, we're just flipping a coin on every pick, and there's not that much,
for the most part, yeah.
There's not too much value that you're going to be able to gain from us, and value that we're able to provide. So just kind of weighing all of those things, our lives, the value of the pick videos, the value of the content, the return on investment that we put in, is we're just trying to find that right balance of, if we do have some spare time and we do have something that we're interested in, we're probably going to make videos about it. And if we don't have things that we're that interested in, or it's, Fat Guy does a lot of things behind the scenes, a lot more than it appears as far as this channel goes. But he works very, very hard in the background, and that a lot of the stuff that he does, he isn't able to share. So it's one of those things that he has to balance, what he shares versus what he is actually doing to make money behind the scenes, which is unfortunate. Like, I think in a perfect world, he would love to share all of that, but that's, he's got to eat. And he is the fat guy, so it's a little bit of a double joke there. But it's when we do find stuff that is interesting and that we can share, there is a good chance that we will be making videos.
I mean, why he's being so cryptic realistically is because, like, I am actively, for the most part, I find angles, and then groups of people bet under that, all with, it's, I can't get it obviously into too much detail, but I find angles all the time. But if I go and tell the internet the angle dies on the vine, and then I don't profit from that angle anymore. And or anyone attached to me, that angle. There's a lot of guys on Twitter, like, I give an example. Someone dropped the bomb about Mikal Bridges probably only playing like 1 minute of a game to take all his unders. Well, a lot of people followed that, and now that killed a lot of NBA prop minutes, right? I have, I don't have a trove of them, but I probably have a dozen, and it's very hard to give those up when, like, it is really affecting your life in a really positive way. So and why people give them out after is because people enjoy sharing the process. I love talking about the process of finding those and how I did it, or X, Y, and Z. And I'm not the only one. Like, I'm a very small fish in a very, very large pond. But the art of finding an angle and figuring out something that someone else hasn't. I mean, obviously we don't know, is very interesting, and I do want to share that stuff. I just can't actively share it when it is, giving me, let's call it, flexibility in my life. So that's going to be the issues. But however, there are a couple that have kind of dried up, and I do want to share those things, and those probably will be very interesting videos. The other odd thing too about it is they don't really make money. It's a niche audience. There generally is some complexity to it, and not a lot of people are going to like them. The odd thing is, though, is there will be a few people that maybe not using that direct angle, but indirectly using that type of thought process to generate, wins for themselves or an angle for themselves. And that's how I did it. That's why there is a lot of value in, a lot of these people sharing even past experiences that have since been covered. That's where I found a lot of my angles in different sports that I don't know. I bet golf all the time. I've golfed a couple times in my life, and I don't care to watch it. Just an example. Like, but you can find discrepancies in numbers, and you can find mistakes that the books make, and you can reap the rewards of those mistakes. Long story short, I want to share. I don't know when I can share, and it may or may not happen. Sorry for the ambiguity, as usual.
And the other thing too is, like, Fat Guy mentioned it earlier, but we really do want to thank you guys, because you guys were the ones that kept us going, that kept us trying to continue this, trying to make it work. Because for the two of us, other than kind of having everybody's support, there wasn't a lot of reason for us to to continue doing this. So we really do appreciate it. And what I am going to do, it's not something Fat Guy and I talked about, but something I did think about is I'll probably leave just like a very quick Google form or whatever you want to call it, where if you are interested, you can leave your email address. And that way you can stay in contact with the Fat Guy and I. And more so, if we end up doing anything specific in the future, it might not even be related to Big Ryan the Fat Guy, but it might be related to sports betting or anything like that. Just drop us your email, and that way we can keep you guys in the loop on what we are doing and what is interesting to us. So I just wanted to leave that kind of communication open, and if there's anything that we can try to help out with in any sorts, just feel free to add your email and send it to us. We're BigRyanTheFatGuy@gmail.com. So there's, we might not reply, right away or, even within a week, but it's something that when we do get the chance, we do have the opportunity to still continue having that communication with you guys.
Thank you.
That's it for us. Thank you guys for watching this video about our channel update. We appreciate you guys watching it. Feel free to leave a comment below letting us know how you feel about it. And thank you very much for watching this.